This small area of near scrubland is what passes for a garden at the back of my flat in the centre of Edinburgh. In 2010, to encourage bird life, I put up a solitary wooden bird feeder near my window where I could see it. It wasn't long before I had the first visitor, a coal tit. He loved the feeder and was a frequent visitor. Then, a female chaffinch arrived, followed soon by the brightly coloured male. The more common blackbirds, sparrows and blue tits all have made appearances over the years. As of greenfinches, and of course my favourite, the robin. I moved on to hanging bird feeders the next year. This was a huge success, especially with the tits, and caused some squabbling. But the robin seemed to approve. As did this male greenfinch. And of course, there's always one greedy daft pigeon trying to get a free meal. The following summer, I tried more feeders and different foods. Some proved more popular than others. The trouble is that with all these fussy eaters, they spill more than they actually eat, and loads of seed falls to the ground. And this means a nice meal for an opportune scavenger. Now, I grew up on a farm, so I'm used with mice. I don't particularly like them, and I refuse to have them in the house, so the garden is just too close. So I set about on a war campaign to get rid of them. First, I used poison bait. You can see one of the bait boxes here. And they loved it. I kept piling it out, they kept eating it. So I tried humane traps. That got a couple of them, but more escaped than actually got trapped. In the end, I resorted to good old-fashioned mousetraps, baited with chocolate spread. That has done the trick, and there are less mice in the garden currently than there were. So things settled down in the garden, and I thought I would get peace to enjoy the bird life. But oh no, a new visitor has started to use the facilities. A squirrel has moved in. She comes over once or twice a day, and she's eaten a bag of peanuts a week. Cheeky beggar. So I bought a squirrel-proof feeder, and she's not very impressed. you can actually see her thinking, trying to work out what she's going to try next. She has one more go and decides, nah, she'll give up. She loves the peanut feeder, and I've actually timed her hanging upside down, eating, for 15 minutes at a time. It's miraculous how she can eat while she's hanging upside down. It's even more impressive when you realise she's hanging on with only one foot, and sometimes if you look really close, it looks like she's only hanging on with one toe. So now, 5 years of feeding the birds, then the mice, and now a squirrel, I'm left with another quandary. What do I do about the squirrel? I can't get the story of the old lady who swallowed a fly out of my mind. I keep wondering what'll turn up in the garden next. As long as I can get a film out of it, I'll be happy. Just as I thought I was finished, I found out why she was so hungry. She has a baby. Oh, it's twins. Bless. I guess that means I've got 2 extra mouths to feed. Turns out she had a litter of 4. And it wasn't long before they'd learned her trick with the feeders, although it did cause some squabbles. And the so-called squirrel-proof bird feeder didn't last long. So, the summer progressed, with the birds. The mice, and the squirrels. That is, until I could take it no longer. It was getting silly. Feeding peanuts to 5 squirrels each week. So, I had a tidy up, and I rearranged a few things. I bought new feeders, and tied them shut, with cable ties, which they chewed through. So I put padlocks on them instead. I put out mouse traps. But the squirrels stole them. I even put out a rat trap to see what would happen. So here I am at the end of the summer. I'm still feeding the birds, which encourages the mice, and the squirrels haven't quite taken the hint. This is nuts.